Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. On this week's episode, it's update time. We are outside of Atlanta, Texas to take a look at our Piney Ridge Barndo that we're working with Schubert Construction on. This is a beautiful build that's over 3,000 square foot heated and cooled space. We've got 1,600 square foot of porch space and 925 square foot of garage, all under one roof. So this thing's over 5,500 square foot total. Now, we finished up the wood framing phase. We've got everything done on the inside there. This is a good opportunity for us to go in and look at this all steel frame construction and talk to you about how the wood framing ties in with that all steel structure. We get that question all the time of if you're putting up an all steel frame with girts and purlins, how do you marry in the wood framing and why do you have 12-inch thick walls? Well, we're gonna head inside and take a grand tour of this 3,000 square foot Barndo and talk to you about how the wood framing ties in with an all steel frame Barndominium. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and do that now. We would love to have questions and comments. We try to reply to those as often as we possibly can. Hit that like button, ring that bell so that you get notifications each and every time we post content here on the Barndo Nation channel. So I've talked enough. Let's head inside and take a look at the Piney Ridge Barndo with Schubert Construction. So let's head inside here and take a look at the wood framing. We are now complete. We're going to have our door here. Looks like we've got side lights on each side of the door here. Got an entryway with an office to the left here. But this is our big open living area. So we've got an LVL beam tying in that span there. And then we've got flat ceiling here in the kitchen. And I want to talk just a second about what type of beam we're using here. This is what they call a glue-lam beam. And for those of you who haven't seen these and why would we use these in a steel frame building, it's because we don't have a load-bearing wall there. And we need the strength to support the flat ceiling and the vault itself. So we use a glue-lam beam. What they do is they actually take solid wood, glue it together, and actually, engineered-wise, that's actually more sturdy. Then you can see the difference in the color of that LVL beam that we have up there spanning for our vault. Now that beam is glued plywood, is what that actually is. So we've got big open living room right here. We're gonna have our kitchen area here. I think we're gonna have a combination of cabinetry. This is gonna be like island cabinetry here with our oven and cooktop, and I believe our sink is gonna be right here. Got an operable window. I think originally that was a fixed window, but we decided to go with an operable window above the sink there. And then off of the dining area right here is an office. So this is gonna be an office space built in there. And let's take you over to the 3-bedroom side and kind of show you what the layout is here. So we've got bedroom here. We've got storage space there. That should be a closet space right there in this particular bedroom. We will have a hallway here. Bedroom number 3. That is going to actually jack and jill with bedroom number 4. Let me spin around here and show you. You've got closet space right there. You can see our headers where our doors are going to be in here. So we'll have jack and jill bathroom here. Double sink vanity right there. About 8 foot worth of cabinet, countertop, and 2 sinks there. And then we're gonna have, I believe we're gonna have tub shower combo in there, as well as our toilet space in here and doorway to enter into that. So if we've got one in here brushing teeth, fixing hair, we can have one in there taking a shower, using the restroom. 3050 operable windows. We are black on the outside, white on the inside for those vinyl windows. You can see our ceiling joist there. We're flat ceilings in these bedrooms, 9-foot flat ceilings. And then we've got a larger closet space here. So this closet's pretty darn big for bedroom number 4. If we spin around here, now this is bathroom number 3. This is actually, you can come in from outside. You can see our porch space here. Give you a little look of the porch area. About 12 foot deep back there. Lean-to. I think they've actually changed their mind, going to do wooden soffits out here instead of the metal soffits. And then we've got toilet area We've got a shower area here, and then we'll have our sink vanity right here. So this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath layout. And it's over 3,000 square foot total for the heated and cooled space. Now, if we go back across, one unique thing about this layout is there's no direct access to the master suite from the living room area. You actually have to come back here. We're gonna have cubbies in this area. You can, another entrance from the back porch. So you'll have cubbies in this area. And then we've got a dog wash station, I believe, right there. Now, if we come down this hallway, the layout here is gonna be big open pantry. And this is gonna be like a butler's pantry. So you're gonna have an actual pantry space here. And then when we turn around right here, this is gonna be cabinet and countertop space as well. So this is gonna be a butler's pantry as well as the actual dry food pantry in this hallway. Now we come into the primary bedroom or the master bedroom, 3050 windows there as well. And then big open bathroom area. Now, if memory serves me correct here, we're gonna have a linen cabinet, double sink vanity on that wall right there. We'll have a walk-in shower here. We will have a soaker tub here, and then enclosed toilet closet there. So you can see there is a ton of space. I'm gonna back up here and show you just how much space there is in this bathroom. So no crowdedness in here for sure. And then we come into the ginormous closet. So you kind of got a his and her side on the closet. It'll be interesting to see if we come back and see kind of how the design goes here with our trim carpenters. They may put cabinets in here, might just be cubbies. Always fun to kind of see how that comes together, but this is the primary closet, you got enough room here easily for his and her side. And then, and adding to the ginormous rooms, we've got a large laundry room, mud room, and I believe this will have cabinetry as well. We're gonna have a cubby space here as well, but cabinetry along that wall. We'll have our washer and dryer here, and then we will also have a sink, a utility sink there. So lots of space in here. Let me spin around and show you kind of the openness of this room. But we do have, you can see the pass-through, so closet area into the bathroom area, full pass-through over here into the laundry section. And then we get right over here as we come in from the garage and as we come in from the porch area, we've got our dog wash right here. And then it takes us over into the pantry area, into the kitchen area. Now, this has a 3-car garage. Don't let the single overhead door fool you here. But we do have space in here for 3 vehicles. Whether they'll do 3 actual vehicles or side-by-sides, we don't know yet. But you can see our vapor barrier in the shell here. So this is a good look at what a shell phase 1 would look like probably, where it's just basically the metal building with our vapor barrier and steel framing and sheeting installed. And then the question that you always want to consider is this divider wall. You can see how this is framed all the way up. So that divider wall, and we actually have a doorway there to attic space that's going to be usable. We put some subfloor down there. And so with that attic space, the question becomes, what are you going to do here? Are we going to liner panel this? Are we just going to OSB this and paint it? There are a lot of different options here. So we'll have to wait and see what the customer chose here as far as the finish. The back side of that, the heated and cooled side of that wall will be spray foamed. And I believe it looks like we'll be spray foaming this shell as well, or we would have already had the vinyl insulation installed there. So it looks like we'll have spray foam here. And then of course we'll foam that wall, and then we'll see if they decide to go with a liner panel or if they go with painted OSB. There's just a lot of options that they can do there. Depends on the functionality that they're looking to get out of that garage. So that's going to wrap up the tour. CDS Schubert Construction is doing the wood framing on this one. They did a phenomenal job. They're wrapping up. I think they've got a few little loose ends to tie up, and there is blocking. So you hear me talk a lot about blocking, and Schubert does a good job of this. They take a lot of the scrap and they try to be very efficient with the use of the wood package that they have. So they want to make sure, and you can see here, we've got some blocking available there. They take all these scraps and they kind of lay them down here. And when the customer comes in and tells us where they're going to hang the TV mount and things like that, they have this blocking prepared that they can put that in. But this is going to be a really beautiful build, over 3,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, large master suite, large living and kitchen area with an office, with a butler's pantry. It's going to be really cool to watch this one come together. Again, CDS Schubert Construction, really good job on the wood framing. Excited to see how this one comes together. So that's going to wrap up the tour. Thanks for joining us this time.